Welcome to Cyberpunk in under 10 minutes. I'm Taylor from the Consave on Twitch, and this is a segment where I tell you all about the Cyberpunk tabletop roleplay game system. Technology is king in the Cyberpunk world. The tech's getting smarter, the guns are getting tougher, and the doctors are having to adapt. MedTech can be anything from a ripper doc in his garage installing black market cybernetics into a patient, or a doctor having to save a patient's life after their black market cybernetics nearly kill them. Cyberpunk 2020 calls MedTechs renegade doctors. They're smart, they're crafty, and they've studied medicine in a professional setting one way or another. This is what gives them their ability called MedTech. It's pretty easy to remember. So basically, that means the character can perform major surgery, they can do medical repairs as well as prescribe drugs, and properly, very important, properly heal injuries by administering first aid. And if they are good enough, they can replace damaged organs, graft on new limbs, or install cybered limbs. Of course, they do have tech from the new technology of this world. In Red, everything seems to be along the same lines, but their special ability is now called medicine, which says it'll give them a big boost. Not only can they heal critical injuries no one else can, they can also make some pretty nifty drugs, and they can keep people alive and immobile with cryotech, which I think is a big deal because 2020 people didn't really use the cryotech, so they're trying to make it more relevant in Red. That being said, there's a lot of changes coming to the MedTech in Red, so I'm going to leave the technicalities on what they can do there, and we'll move on to a little bit on how you can make your character shine. Like with any role in Cyberpunk, you're going to want to think about what kind of medtech you want to be. Are you the Ripper Doc that excels in installing cybernetics? If so, is it nice, shiny, and legal? Or do you deal in the more illegal military-grade equipment? For the right price, of course. Or maybe you're a part of a trauma team, like Stim in our TechnoShock livestream. Bi-weekly over on Twitch on Fridays, 7:30 Central. A trauma medic specializes in rapid response services. So maybe your medtech is a paramedic who's just evolved with the times. Or maybe they're a part of Trauma Team International, a corporation that's marketed as the premium medical response service. They could even be more nefarious. Maybe they do more harm than good with their medical knowledge. Or maybe they work for a booster gang and they excel in making their patients unrecognizable when, they need to kind of change their identity. A medtech can be used in so many different ways. You just got to get a little creative. So 2020, a handful of their skills. There's awareness notice, basic tech, diagnosis, education, cryotech operation, library search, pharmaceuticals, zoology, and human perception. I gotta say that my favorite is now zoology, and I want to build a character that is just an amazing veterinarian with an animal companion who now is just forced in having to, do surgery on humans and just really anxious about it the whole time. A+. Also, you may have noticed that none of those skills are combat. You are the true support character. So beef up those medical skills and keep your team alive to fight for you.
I need healing.
Plus, it doesn't hurt. Add some points in ref, so if you do gotta take care of yourself, you can do that.
Except for Stim, who
who knees people to death.
Wait,
he jumped off a table and
people's elbow.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, that is all for now. So keep an eye out for a new MedTech video once Red releases, as well as all the wonderful videos about all the roles you can play in Red and Cyberpunk 2020. Plus, follow us over on Twitch, where we will be live streaming, chatting about all these roles, and our bi-weekly actual play game. Subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of the content we are pushing out the rest of this year to get hyped for Cyberpunk. But until next time, be safe out there, punks.